About 250,000 people live in Santa Cruz County. With our planet evolving due to vehicle emissions and greenhouse gases, it's obvious we should be changing as well. But can we change? Is America addicted to oil? And what will it take to break this addiction? While there are many alternative options to driving single-car vehicles, most people don't seem to view these options as realistic. In other words, they're simply addicted to driving. With 445 square miles and traffic flowing into over 1,000 miles of roadway, 40 bus lines, 200 miles of bikeways and trails, and 6 state highways, Santa Cruz County is one of the most densely populated areas in the state. At an average of 587 people per square mile, it's hard for such a densely populated area to be so environmentally conscious.
Well, it's very much an aware community, a very environmentally sensitive community. But I think sometimes there's a disconnect between the awareness and what we actually do.
And despite the number of work opportunities within Santa Cruz County historically, a vast number of people commute every day to nearby counties for higher paying jobs. On Highway 1 alone, the annual average daily traffic between SoCal and Morrissey is 110,000 vehicles every day. As of 2005, over 5,640,000 miles are driven every day in the Santa Cruz County alone. On-road vehicles are responsible for over 40% of greenhouse gas producing emissions.
It's like, I want to do the right thing in my life, and I want to get the focus off of myself and what I get and what I can collect and money and all of that, and think more about others. And climate change is happening. There's no doubt about it, and it's scientifically established. And if we don't make some changes, obviously that future generations are not going to have a world to live in at all.
So we're really looking for any opportunity to make our transportation system more effective and less dependent on that gas-burning single-car vehicle.
And 40% of U.S. urban travel is 2 miles or less. As more and more scientists declare global warming to be a serious threat, it's hard and unethical to ignore the problem at hand. But where does the hidden necessity for owning a gas-powered vehicle come from? Ever since the invention of the automobile, people have never seemed to look back at life before this incredible change. The vehicles we own seem to directly reflect our status and the way we are perceived within society.
I've always only wanted a car because it would make it easier to get around, and never really wanted one because of the social standing, but I'm sure if I had one, I'd probably think about it differently, and I'd probably think I was the shit.
I think it is very cool. It definitely reflects people's images.
Oh yeah, your car pretty much like reflects like your status. Like the cooler your car is, like the cooler people think you are.
And as people spend thousands upon thousands of dollars on cooler rims, sound systems, tinted windows, and body kits, there seems to be no information leading the public in any alternative direction than this. In this day and age, America's population grows up generally feeding on one main source of information: television.
It's really scary to think about how much we're bombarded with images of, of cars, of anything, but particularly, the whole thing about car being cool, and, even when you can't drive, you just want it. And that's really scary, right?
I think that millions of dollars, probably billions of dollars are spent on TV advertising. And how often have you seen ads for cycling or walking or even bus riding? And that's what they're selling us when they show us those ads. You're not buying that car, you're buying that lifestyle, you're buying that image, you're buying that freedom and that maybe sanctuary.
While most of the commercials you see today are automobile related, recently the automobile industry has been recognizing the need for more fuel-efficient vehicles. However, if we are addicted to driving, the fuel-efficient car is the Nicorette, if you will, to the problem of greenhouse gases, and should not be viewed as a permanent solution. Scientists forecast greater temperature rises if emissions continue to increase in the United States and worldwide unless greenhouse gases are controlled and level off by mid-century.
The Regional Transportation Commission is primarily a planning, policy, and funding agency. We do a 20-year transportation plan. About every 5 years we update that. We set policy and goals for the county for all transportation modes, and we try and get as many projects funded as we can.
According to the Santa Cruz County Regional Transportation Commission's Transportation Monitoring Report, 85% of vehicles traveling both directions on Highway 1 during AM peak hours are occupied by only one person. This organization also offers many excellent options for alternative transportation. One of these is carpooling.
You've probably seen the signs on the highway that say rideshare info, call 429-POOL. That's us. And this is where it rings when you call that number. And you can also find us on the web at commutesolutions.org. So we have two main mottos here at Commute Solutions. The first one is you don't have to go it alone. And that, of course, means that we're here to help you. And the second thing is that every commuter can do something, whatever best fits your lifestyle. Carpooling is often seen as the easiest thing to implement because you don't have to do anything new, you don't have to buy anything new. Usually most people have a car and all they have to do is leave it at home once in a while.
Serving over 4.6 million passenger trips in the year of 2005, the Santa Cruz Metropolitan Transit is one of the most reliable means of alternative transportation. However, many people just don't seem to view this option as realistic.
My name is Inoki Finau, and I go to SLV, and I'm a student there. And my favorite things to do are like walk pretty much anywhere in this county because it is a beautiful county, and I love art. Art's my passion. My means of transportation are with my own feet, just to walk around, run around, and if I need to go somewhere that's pretty far beyond my reach is take the metro. What I spend a day or a month mostly is $1.50, and that's just for the bus again. But all other means of transportation, I just use my own 2 feet. I can't stand the smell of exhaust. It just makes me feel nauseous, and I get a headache sometimes when I'm just around it too much. And the people who say that they don't believe it, like, they really need to get out more instead of just stay inside, being in their own little world.
Currently, the Metro provides over 5,000 rides daily to and within the University of California's Santa Cruz campus. There are few individuals in Santa Cruz who attempt to truly solve the problem, which the larger automobile companies cannot seem to do.
Hi, my name is Bill LeBon, and I'm one of the owners of the Green Station. We are an alternative transportation, sustainable energy company in Santa Cruz, and we are trying to provide alternatives for people who want to reduce their carbon emissions.
Santa Cruz's very own Green Station on SoCal and Ocean provides many alternatives to driving a single-car vehicle.
One thing about the Zen, the little neighborhood electric car, is it's a neighborhood electric car. Being a neighborhood electric car makes it both affordable and practical. And then we also sell biodiesel. We have this biodiesel is made of recycled restaurant grease, and this is made from organic, local mustard seed oil.
The reason is, what we're doing, for one thing, is really sustainable because it's waste oil that comes from restaurants to begin with.